coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On the Falcons sideline, head coach Raheem Morris. His guys losers a week ago trying to turn things around here. Across from him on the Bucs sideline, Todd Bowles. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup. Love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it.
Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Kenneth Walker, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. They said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Overcommitting in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be let out by their second-year quarterback.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. They'll go play action with Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Nix to the air. That pass completed to Doge. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
To throw is Nix. That is caught. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
First down.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping that one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Got his man. It's Dortch. Second down and 4.
Complete to right court. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
They'll go Madison up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Now 3rd down and 6.
Here's Nix. Well, it's a screen pass. That's a play. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play, of course, 4th down.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Falcons offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. He had the touchdown on the opening drive, and that has become a theme throughout the season. You take a look at where he ranks among the leaders in rushing touchdowns. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
2 yards.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
29-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A gain of 17 yards. Complete to Zay Jones. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And off for 1. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at their
Now it's Nix. Short pass caught by Henry. Here's 3rd and 3.
Complete to Hunter Henry. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing Nix. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. So no gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A gain of 13 yards.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Quick throw. Mayfield completes it. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Complete to Mike Evans.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
And it's
Mayfield looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Pacheco gets it up the gut. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
first down. A gain of 14.
Chase the motion man right. They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's another Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the toss to Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Bucs 20-yard line.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
2 yards.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Here's Mayfield. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Atlanta.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ball start, offense.
That false start knocks him back behind the 10 now as they'll try again. 1st and goal. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ken Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Falcons go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Nowhere to go that time. Might have got the yard up to the 25. 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw. Nix. He completes it to Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there, and a Buccaneer 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the give, it's Warren. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside. But they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And the ball is knocked out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
Remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Over the middle, it's complete. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Falcons' 1-yard line.
A run of the Jets, sweep with Jones. Oh, this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it's such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, You're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Falcons offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now last drive, so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
First down. An 8-yard pickup. First down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 114 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Pacheco gets it, tries the left side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down. A 5-yard gain on the play.
Mayfield to throw it. Open man is Chase, complete. From the 38 now, here's a second down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Toss right side to Pacheco. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down.
Evans has it left side. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Man open, here's Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's another Buccaneers first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll find Jones again, complete. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On the run, it's Warren. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Nix to the air. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 4 yards. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jalen Warren, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers get a
It's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2, tie it up, go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Able to slither by. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
That's tempting to try to add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
To Evans on the slant. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Or paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
At the 24-yard line.
To throw is Nix. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Complete to Zay Jones. First and 10 at the 39-yard
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Here's second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. Nix. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off the play fake, Nix. Over the middle, complete to Addison. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That's another Buccaneers first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's one. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Brings up third and 5.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Sets up
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. This from 42 yards out. Folk's kick is good. And with it, they have taken the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Nice move. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring out the third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 7.
Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Falcons first down. A gain of 7. First down, Falcons.
Chase the motion man right. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2. At the 46.
From the gun, it's Walker. Stays on his feet. 120 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Second and 10.
To number 13, Mike Evans. No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the
Mayfield off the play fake. That's caught right side. It's Warren. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
13 yards on the play. That's another Falcons first down.
Walker now on first and 10. Nice little juke. Touchdown, Falcons. Ken Walker, 34 yards. And the Falcons have retaken a third quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Now McManus for the extra point. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
At the 24-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. Got his man, it's Warren. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a run with Warren. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be Falcon football. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
Again, it's Walker.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Buccaneers offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The last run went so well for them, maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing Nix.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Falcons 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
At the 45-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Now Mayfield. He's across midfield. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Gain of 14 yards. And the Falcons first down.
From the gun, Mayfield. Quick throw, finding Mike Evans.
Mayfield's pass.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Second and 2.
Give to Pacheco off the option.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Falcons.
They toss it to Pacheco.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The Falcons on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mayfield looks to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Baker Mayfield, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's Nix. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Complete to Hunter Henry.
Now it's Nix. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
Nix's pass.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down the number
before getting this inside the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
10 at the 26-yard line.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
From the 23, here's second down and 7.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Looking to throw. Nix.
A short one there to Fireview.
And out of bounds right around the 20. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They're going. It's Nix.
And he is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Buccaneers, first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
At the 3.
Here's Nix once more.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Nix from the shotgun.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Gabriel Davis.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you, someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation, because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. Here's Mayfield.
And that is incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it.
Open man is Chase, complete.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And now will come the offense as they take over.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That's good for 28 yards.
That's good for a first down.
That's a nice explosive play there, and this defense told us we have to have our eyes right on their RPO sets, and they did not have their eyes right.
I love that term, eyes right, meaning they have to be in the proper place and read your keys. And a smart thinking guy running an offense can see when you break down on that, and he took full advantage of it.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. He's back to throw.
That pass completed to Dortch. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Buccaneers 1st down.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Hunter Henry, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bucs have taken a 4th quarter lead.
What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Mayfield and the offense now. Down 31-28. A little over a minute to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Now Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Now a draw play. It's Walker.
Oh, heck of a move.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Here's 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Here's Baker. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
He's going to look downfield for Henry.
And that is incomplete. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So the Bucs going to have a chance to go down and win it. They'll get the ball first here in overtime. Powering his way forward. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way. But
Jones goes diving, and he's got it.
A gain of 12 yards. Complete to Zay Jones. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Nix to the air. Short pass caught by Henry.
A gain of 3 yards. Complete to Hunter Henry.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
A pickup of 44 yards. That's another Buccaneers first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone. This thing's over.
And I remember my coach has always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. That is caught. Touchdown. They strike first here in overtime.
By sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
I just grab a nugget when I can.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. To throw, Mayfield.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Mayfield.
A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Mayfield down.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
A short one there, caught by Warren.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
A stop here is a game winner in overtime. Here comes fourth down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13, and how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10. Throwing, Mayfield.
Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
Out of bounds at the 20-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
Mayfield with it once more. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
A field goal does nothing. It is touchdown or bust as they come up on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 10.
Now Mayfield.
That's to Warren, his tight end.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
McManus's point after is good. And that will tie the ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
And I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Able to find Jones.
this, so 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To Henry. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
10 yards. Complete to Hunter Henry. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Now 2nd and 9. They'll run it, Warren. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 41. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Off the bootleg, here's Nix. Short pass caught by Henry. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The Falcons offense set to go. All right, Charles, so this offense, they need to mount something here. Time is dwindling. They can't get anything going on this drive. This one might end in the tie.
Yeah, that clock putting a little extra pressure on them, right? So now, as you look at the playbook, what are you breaking out? Is there something you haven't used before? Is there something you used earlier that you can go back to? Or can one of you guys just make one of those big-time plays that decides this game?
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Whistles come in and a timeout. Just 8 seconds left in OT.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Mayfield to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away and it throws incomplete.
Well, they have that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs roll around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Meh.
Yeah,
MEH, man. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.